So, Dark and Darker just made their new playtest available, and already there are a few YouTubers with their leopard print panties in a twist. The bad thing the devs decided to do? Show solo players some love. If you haven't heard, they just added a separate dungeon, a Goblin Cave dungeon, exclusive for solos for now. In my opinion, this edition is a very good one, but I want to reverse the plot here. What are the motivations for people to say solo queues are bad? Well, there are two types of players in these games. Some mostly play in teams, others mostly play solo. For players that mostly play as squads, I can really only see a few things that will hurt them regarding there being a solo only dungeon. When they load into their dungeons, they know there will be more teams and less solos, leading to 1. Less fights, but most of these fights now happen more between teams, resulting in a higher challenging scenario. This will even the playing field, make fights riskier and much more costly, and make players generally more cautious because a 3v3 is not the same as a 3v1. For the typical team-only player, this can be seen as a bad thing. No more get good noob after zerging on a solo player. I guess now they will actually have to fight for the loot. For players that are mostly solo, I really don't see any issues. If you still want to go into the main dungeon, swing that big dick around and try to overcome it, you still can. If you don't want to run into squads, you can go into the Goblin Cave. This will likely reveal some issues with class balancing, but we have to appreciate the effort here. It will get many solo players into the game who don't have egos with sizes rivaling some of Jupiter's moons. Another thing important to note here is there is an issue behind squad design games. Any, and I mean any game, is better with friends. Playing Tetris on your Game Boy was much more fun if you had friends also playing around, trying to compete for high scores, or just messing about trying to trip each other up. To me, a game can only truly be judged on how good it really is if you play it solo. That is when all the game has is itself as ammunition to convince you to play it, not your friends, something some gamers out there are quick to forget. If a game is only as good as the interaction you have with your buddies, then it's your friendship that's good, not the game. This is a crucial aspect a few games get really wrong by mixing multiple size teams in with solos, and then wonder why aren't there more people playing the game. Newsflash, most people still play mostly solo. Forcing a solo to always being outnumbered will most likely force him not to play. Oh, your other team members are not online yet? Well, either sit there and rub one out, or go in and most likely get railed. All things being equal, a team will always win in a fight against a solo. But I kill teams all the time, and I'm very good at the game. Get good, noob. I said all things being equal. If the best player in Dark and Darker fought against 3 of himself, his solo ass would lose every single fight. However, now, with a solo-only dungeon, I can definitively say, play this game. Try it out at least, it's free to do so in the Steam page, just download the demo and get stuck in. Because in the Goblin Cave, you don't have to deal with being rushed by a barbarian with a cleric behind healing and protecting him, all the while their ranger is putting arrow after arrow into your face. At least, Dark and Darker will, for now, be a fair place to game it out if you're solo. If you have an opinion to share, do so in the comments below. Just please be respectful. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.